Imagine being able to predict and prevent diseases, like even before they become serious, just using the power of AI.
It's really amazing to think about. What was once just science fiction is becoming a reality.
Exactly. And today we're taking a deep dive into a country leading this AI revolution, Canada. We've got some really interesting sources to explore, an article highlighting the work being done at Université Laval, and a fictional story that gives us a glimpse into Canada's AI-driven future.
These sources offer a fascinating look at how Canada is positioning itself as a global leader in AI.
Okay, so let's start with the big picture. Yeah. What is it about Canada that makes them such a strong player in the AI field?
I think a key factor is the government's proactive approach. They launched this thing called the Pan-Canadian Artificial Intelligence Strategy, or PCAIS for short. And it's been really instrumental in developing and supporting AI research and development across the country.
So PCII is sort of like a roadmap or a blueprint for Canada's ambitions in AI.
Yeah, exactly. It sets out this vision of using AI to drive innovation, to create economic growth, and to tackle social challenges. A really core part of PCAI is attracting top talent and, fostering collaborations between universities, research institutions, and the private sector.
And that's where Université Laval comes in.
Absolutely. Université Laval is a prime example of an institution actively contributing to Canada's AI ecosystem. They're working with these big names like MILA, which is the Quebec Artificial Intelligence Institute, and the Digital Research Alliance of Canada. It's bringing together some of the most brilliant minds in AI.
Wow. These partnerships, they must be so valuable. You get this synergy
that
you wouldn't have if everyone was working in isolation.
For sure. And they're not just focusing on theoretical research. Université Laval is applying AI to real-world problems in all sorts of sectors: healthcare, transportation, finance.
It's amazing to see how they're bridging the gap between, the cutting-edge research and the actual practical applications.
Yeah. One of the most important parts of Canada's AI strategy is investing in robust infrastructure. And this is where PIC comes in, the Pan-Canadian AI Compute Environment.
Okay, I've heard that term PICE, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. Can you break it down for me?
Sure. You can think of PIE as this massive shared supercomputer designed specifically for AI research and development. It gives researchers across Canada access to the huge computing power you need to train complex AI models and process these huge data sets.
Oh, I see. So it's giving researchers the tools they need to make breakthroughs in AI.
Exactly. And the government's putting serious money behind it, a $9.6 million investment, which really shows how seriously they're taking AI development.
It seems like they're setting the stage for Canada to become a global leader in AI.
They are, and it's not just the federal government. Quebec is also investing significantly, which strengthens the AI ecosystem in the province even more.
Yeah, that makes sense. Given that Université Laval is in Quebec, it sounds like they're at the heart of this regional AI boom.
Absolutely. Université Laval being located in this thriving AI hub, it's a testament to the collaboration between different levels of government and research institutions.
So you have this incredibly supportive ecosystem with the government investing in research, talent, and infrastructure. It's really cool to see how all these pieces fit together to make such fertile ground for AI innovation.
Yeah, it really does show you how a nation can not just talk about AI, but create an environment where it can thrive.
Okay, so let's dive into that fictional narrative we mentioned, the one featuring the entrepreneur named Amira, who founds this company, 𝗧𝗕ᗕᗕ in 2035.
Amira's story is a great example of how Canada's investments in AI are having a real impact, specifically in healthcare.
Tell me more about her company. What makes it so groundbreaking?
Okay, so 𝗧𝗕ᗕᗕ, it focuses on using AI to predict and prevent diseases. It's like revolutionizing healthcare as we know it.
That sounds pretty incredible. But how exactly does AI actually do that?
Well, Amira's company uses these AI algorithms to analyze tons of medical data, patient records, genetic information, lifestyle factors. By finding patterns in this data, their AI models can predict the likelihood of someone developing certain diseases.
So it's almost like having a crystal ball that can see potential health issues in the future.
In a way. But it's not about fortune-telling. It's about using data and AI to spot risks early on so people can take preventative measures and get personalized treatment plans.
That's truly amazing.
Oh,
How does Canada's AI infrastructure fit into Amira's success story?
it's a great example of how important government initiatives like 𝗧𝗕ᗕ are. Amira having access to that powerful computing infrastructure, it allowed her to develop and test her AI models, which gave her company a real advantage.
So P is like a launch pad for innovators like Amira, giving them the resources to turn their ideas into something real.
Exactly. And it's not just about the technology itself. Amira's story also highlights the importance of collaboration within Canada's AI ecosystem.
Right. She partners with both University Laval and Mila Wright.
Yes, those collaborations. They connected her with top AI researchers, cutting-edge knowledge, a network of experts to help her navigate the challenges of building a successful AI company.
It seems like Amira's story is a real testament to the power of a well-coordinated AI strategy. You have the government's support, the academic excellence, and private sector innovation all coming together.
You got it. It shows that Canada is creating this environment where people with game-changing ideas can thrive and really make a difference.
So in essence, Amira's story is a microcosm of Canada's broader success in AI.
It really is. And it's not just a nice story. It's a real example of how strategic investments and a spirit of collaboration can propel a nation to the forefront of this technological revolution.
This is all super inspiring. But as we've seen, the AI landscape is global, and other countries are making significant advances as well.
You're right. While we've been focusing on Canada so far, it's important to acknowledge the global context of AI development, which brings us to other major players, like the BRICS nations.
Let's dive into that after a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be back in a moment to explore how Canada's approach to AI compares to that of other nations.
Sounds good. We'll be right back to continue our deep dive. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Before the break, we were talking about how the rest of the world is approaching AI.
Yeah, we were highlighting that while Canada's making great progress in AI, it's not the only one. It's a global landscape, and there are other major players out there, like the BRICS countries.
Right, the BRICS nations.
Yeah.
Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. We know them for their booming economies, but how do they compare when it comes to AI?
Well, these countries, they see the potential of AI, and they're investing a lot of resources into developing their AI capabilities. Each one has its own strengths, and they focus on different things.
Interesting. So there's no single approach to AI development.
Not at all. Take China, for example. They've become a global powerhouse in AI, mainly due to strong government support. This has led to huge advances in research development and using AI in various industries.
I've heard about China's progress in things like facial recognition and their plans for these AI-powered cities. Is that what you mean?
Exactly. China's using AI for a whole range of things. From surveillance and security to managing traffic and urban planning, they're really pushing the limits of what's possible with AI.
It's pretty mind-blowing. What about the other BRICS nations? What are some of their focus areas?
Well, India, they have a vast pool of tech talent, and their digital economy is growing really fast. So they're concentrating on AI-powered solutions in sectors like healthcare, education, and agriculture.
It seems like AI could be so beneficial for a country like India, helping to address challenges in those key areas.
Definitely. AI could potentially make healthcare better, personalize education, and make agricultural practices more efficient. That would lead to significant progress for a nation like India.
That makes a lot of sense. What about Russia? What's their approach to AI development?
Russia's leveraging its strength in mathematics and computer science to develop AI applications in defense and cybersecurity. They're particularly interested in how AI can enhance their national security and strategic capabilities.
So it sounds like each of these countries is finding its own niche in the global AI scene, focusing on areas that fit their national interests and where they're strong.
Precisely. It's a really diverse landscape. It's fascinating to see how these different nations are using AI to tackle their own unique challenges and seize opportunities.
What about Brazil and South Africa? What are they up to?
Brazil's taking a unique approach. They're using AI to combat environmental issues, especially in the Amazon rainforest. They've got these AI-powered monitoring systems to fight deforestation, track illegal logging, and protect their biodiversity.
That's incredible. It's great to see AI being used for environmental conservation.
It really is. And South Africa is exploring the potential of AI in sectors like mining and finance. They want to use AI to streamline mining operations, make financial decisions smarter, and boost productivity in important industries.
So essentially, the BRICS nations are all actively involved in AI development, each with their own specific focus and strategic goals.
Exactly. Their approaches might be different, but they all have this common goal: to harness the power of AI to drive economic growth, solve those big societal problems, and improve their competitiveness on the global stage.
This global perspective is really important. It reminds us that AI isn't just a national issue. It's something happening around the world.
Absolutely. AI is a global force. It's changing industries, economies, societies, everywhere.
This brings up a question. How does Canada's AI strategy measure up to what the BRICS nations are doing? Are they mainly competing with each other or working together?
Well, it's a little bit of both, actually. There's definitely some competition as each country tries to lead in AI innovation and secure its place in the global AI scene. But there's also this growing understanding that collaboration on an international level is essential.
Makes sense. AI is so complex, no single country can overcome all the challenges or realize all the possibilities on its own.
Exactly. Global collaboration allows countries to share knowledge, expertise, resources. That speeds up progress and can lead to breakthroughs that benefit everyone.
So it's kind of this balancing act between competition and collaboration, this dynamic that pushes innovation while making sure everyone's responsible for the future of AI.
Precisely. It's a super interesting dynamic to watch. It'll be fascinating to see how it changes as AI keeps advancing.
This global context adds another layer to how we see Canada's journey in the world of AI. They're not building their AI ecosystem in a vacuum. They're part of this global network of innovators where everyone's contributing and learning from each other.
You're right. As AI continues to evolve, this global interplay will only become more important in shaping the future of this powerful technology.
Okay, so we've talked about Canada becoming an AI leader, the key role of places like Université Laval, and the impact of strategic investments by the government. We've also looked at how the BRICS nations are impacting the global AI scene with their unique approaches.
And we've seen how they're using AI to tackle a whole range of challenges and opportunities, from things like healthcare and education to environmental protection and national security.
But let's bring it back to our listeners. What does all this mean for them? How will these advancements in AI actually affect their daily lives?
That's the big question. And that's exactly what we're going to explore in the final part of our deep dive. We're going to look at the real-world implications of AI and what the future holds for all of us.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a quick break to delve into the future of AI and its impact on everyone's lives. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground in this episode, from Canada's emergence as an AI leader to the global race for AI dominance.
We've seen how strategic investments, collaborations, and cutting-edge research are shaping the AI landscape.
Right. But now let's shift our focus to the individual, to our listener. How will these developments in AI actually impact your daily life?
It's easy to think of AI as something that's way off in the future, or just this abstract concept. But in reality, AI is already deeply embedded in our lives.
I think you're right. AI is often working behind the scenes, powering a lot of the technology we use every day. It's those personalized recommendations we see online, the voice assistants we use on our phones, even those spam filters that keep our inboxes clean.
Exactly. AI is subtly making our experiences better and making it easier to interact with the digital world. But as AI gets even more advanced, its impact will become even bigger and we'll really start to feel it.
Let's think back to 𝗓𝗓's story for a second. Her company, 𝗓𝗕ᗕ𝗓, used AI to predict and prevent diseases. It felt futuristic, but also hopeful.
Yeah, her story was fictional, but it really shows how AI could revolutionize healthcare. And the exciting thing is that we're already seeing real-world examples of AI being used in healthcare today.
Absolutely. AI is helping doctors detect diseases earlier, create personalized treatment plans based on each patient's data, and even speed up the development of new drugs that could save lives.
It's incredible to think that AI could one day be like our partner in preventing and managing our health, helping us live longer and healthier lives.
So that future that 𝗓𝗓 envisioned, maybe it's not so far off after all.
Not at all. And healthcare is just one area. AI has the potential to transform so many industries. Think transportation. We're already seeing self-driving cars on the roads, which could totally change how we get around, reduce accidents, and make our cities better.
Self-driving cars have always seemed like something from science fiction, but they're becoming more and more real.
Yeah, they are. And the implications are huge. Fewer traffic jams, fewer accidents, more efficient transportation systems. That's the potential of AI in transportation.
It's exciting to imagine what's possible. But we can't ignore the concerns about AI either, like what about jobs?
Yeah.
And the potential for bias in those AI algorithms.
Those are definitely valid concerns. We need to address them directly. As AI becomes more sophisticated, we need to make sure the benefits are shared equally. And we need to minimize any negative impacts.
So responsible development and ethical considerations are really crucial.
Absolutely. We have to be aware of the potential risks while also using AI's power for good. It's a delicate balance, but we need to make sure that AI is used to benefit humanity.
Amira's story reminds us that Canada is leading the way in this AI revolution. They've created this environment where innovation can thrive. But as we've discussed, AI is a global movement.
You're right. Countries around the world are seeing the potential of AI, and they're investing heavily in its development. It's definitely a global race, but it's also a collaborative effort.
So what's the main takeaway for our listeners today? What should they keep in mind as they navigate this world that's increasingly powered by AI?
Well, the world of AI is dynamic. It's constantly changing. Stay curious, stay informed, and don't be afraid to explore what AI has to offer. Most importantly, remember that we all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI.
Oh, that's a great point. AI isn't just something that's happening to us. We're actively shaping it. We have a responsibility to make sure AI is developed and used ethically, responsibly, and in a way that benefits all of us. That's a wrap on our deep dive into the world of AI. Thanks for joining us, 𝗧𝗕.